so much of creativity that every day you come up with your neurons and your creativity level is at some different level, man.
Thank you. Maybe because I practice it every day, so it keeps on increasing every day.
Great, great, great.
All right, it's 9 p.m. So welcome to the session, everyone. And today's topic is Talk Like a TED Speaker. So I'll quickly share my screen. Please let me know once you can see it. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. So the technique that we will be using today is the back technique. So B stands for be authentic, A is for adding humor. And here I would like to state that it is not always telling jokes. Humor is like the audience is expecting X and you give them minus X. Totally different or totally, totally opposite from what they had expected. That is also humor. Whatever makes them laugh. And C is, even if you miss today A, I'll forgive you. But if you miss C, it is not forgivable because you have to create a compelling story. It can be imaginative, it can be real. Although it is important that you connect with the powerful personal story. If you don't have your story and you know the story of someone else, then probably you can change the name and add that story. And K is know your audience. So in some questions, I'll specify that what kind of audience is listening to what you speak. So accordingly, you have to modify your message. Now, extra tips, teach your audience something new, get imaginative how to do that. Start with what if, would you ever, would you never ever? That sort of questions really invokes imagination, so use that. And again, ask thought-provoking questions, open different perspectives. So once I give, actually the topics that today I'll be giving is all of them are topics which are spoken on, I mean, they have been TED Talks, official TED Talks, and I took topics from them. So it will be a bit abstract and it will be really challenging as well. So you have to really think about it. Take 10 seconds, 15 seconds, but come up with a story. And probably one tip, again, I'll give that start with powerful question, really powerful questions that will set the tone of your speech. And again, the time limit is 2 minutes. So that's about the back technique. I hope it's clear with everybody. Any doubts still here? Yes, okay, chill, don't worry too much about it. And okay, we'll start first with Ashutosh because we follow the first come first served basis, and then we'll go with Amit and then Munish. All right, and I'll evaluate you, Ashutosh. So the first topic is, just a minute. The value of kindness at work. The value of kindness at work.
Hello. Sorry, Poorva. I'm traveling still. I'll be at home in 2 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Till then, I'll just go ahead with Amit. So you can take this topic.
Okay, sorry. Once again, please repeat the question once again.
Yes. So the topic is the value of kindness at work. The value of kindness at work.
What if your boss comes near to you and says, "Hey, you are an idiot"? I know many of you will find the goosebumps on your body. Many of you will find your heart heavy, that will start crying. How can someone say stupid to me? How can someone say idiot to me? I know this is these types of questions really pokes our hearts, our minds, and our souls. But this is the reality, and we have to face it with power of endurance and tolerance. I still remember just 3 days ago, I was sitting in my office and I was completely absorbed in my work. My immediate boss came near to me and said, "What is the status of job, Amit? What is the status of project? I want it right now." I said, "Sir, to complete this task, the guideline is that it is I required minimum 5 days. But you are asking me within 3 days, and that too, you have given me some other tasks. How can I do that in such a short time? It is totally inhumane." He said, "You are a loser. You are totally a dumb fellow." That harsh and cruel words simply paralyzed me. I was literally shivering, shaking, and sweating. I found that if the work environment is not conducive, if the work environment is not very positive, productive, and encouraging, it doesn't matter how much motivated and exhilarated you are from inside, you can't be a better employee. So, kindness is something that you have to be, it should be two ways. And for a leader, it is said that a leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. And if he is not showing the kindness towards his own employees, all the effort will go in vain. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters, my dear audience, I request you all, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, always exude with the kindness and love and compassion for your fellow beings. This small compassion can help someone to just elevate to the almost impossible dimensions. Spread the love, spread the compassion, and spread the kindness. Over to you, Toastmaster Purva.
Okay. Yes, Amit, a very powerful start, and you did work upon. I mean, you added all the pointers that I had given, what if, and all. And the message at the end which you gave was also very much in sync with what topic I had chosen. So that's the good part of it. Now, coming to the improvements, you went overtime. It's 3 minutes, 2 seconds.
Oh, sorry. I
And
was.
and I felt since we are talking the value of kindness in workplace, so maybe a positive example could have conveyed the topic very well. I mean, that would have better. It would have been better if you would have used a positive example. Maybe you could have shared how your boss was kind to you when you had messed up everything in your office. That would be the suitable example to convey that topic rather than you showing this that how rude your boss is. Maybe I've personally felt that. That's my opinion about it. And in the initial part, you dragged it a bit lot. I mean, the question part, that itself took 50 seconds. So once you see the yellow card, wrap it up, start wrapping it up. That would be the suggestions or improvements.
Thank you so much.
Yes. All right, now let's move towards Munish. Okay. And I'll also paste the back format in the chat for you all to see it once. Okay. Yes, and yes, Munish, you will speak and Amit will evaluate.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And okay. The magic of paying attention. The magic of paying attention.
Dear friends, we all are very busy in our life. we all spend time in thinking about the past or we are anxious about the future. But how many of you feel that we are missing the things that are going around us? How many of you feel that you don't observe the things or what is happening around you? So it happened with me many times, and I have paid a lot many times for not paying attention to the things or not looking at the things that I should have looked at that. So it happened that one day my father asked me to book a flight from Delhi to Mumbai. I was busy in my a YouTube video. I thought that the video is very important to me. I was totally looking at that video, but my father said that it is very important for me to book that flight because there are no more seats. I booked the flight urgently, but at that time my attention was in my video. By mistake, I booked the flight from Mumbai to Delhi instead of Delhi to Mumbai, and I was not aware of that. I simply took out the ticket and gave to my father the printed ticket. When he went to the airport, they didn't allow me to him to enter, and he also didn't see that what was happening. So they explained him that this is not the ticket with which he can travel. He was so angry that if I have been at that present there at the airport, he would have killed me or thrown me in front of an plane. But somehow I was not there, and he scolded me all. He just abused me or it was my mistake that I was more caring about more those videos or something that I can do it later. But I see that it has become a habit, or many people do these things. So I would like to say that we should be attentive. We should be careful with the things that are around us, so that we can see that it is important to be at present and do the things or do your duties as well. Thank you. And over to you, Poorva.
Yes, Amit, go ahead.
Yeah, great attempt by Toastmaster Moniz. First thing that I want to highlight here is that when you are taking the time to think, then just don't look up. You can think at the lens directly at the camera because you are looking like this. So it was just a minor observation. Apart from that, the story that you narrated was totally bang on the topic, and you reinforced it with in a very subtle way. Along with humor was also sprinkled over there. What I can add here is that they just work on the energy level, though the topic was very good and you reinforced with the voice modulations as well as the tonality. But bit, if you can work on bit on your voice modulations here and there, then it could have taken your speech to the next level. Overall, great job, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Amit. And few things I would like to add that yes, you were authentic. I really love that you're always keeping it simple. Yes, simple messages can also be powerful, but you went over time. And because this is a talk like TED, so you have to make sure that although it is simple, but it has some gripping element in it. You also had humor. I appreciate that, but maybe something a deeper connection, a subtle deeper connection, a deeper perspective towards it, that how we go on missing in life so much, not just this incident but everything else. And then you could have taken some example like that at the end in the takeaway you could have given it, I feel.
And
But
voice modulation is also like, as Amit said, the energy level was low in this, right?
yes, energy level was low. Yes, indeed.
Okay, okay.
So what I believe is that I want to just add one thing. If
Mhm.
we, let's say, if we have to give the message, so then we have to come close to the camera because we are
Mhm.
coming close to the audience. We are giving message, we are putting the message in someone's mind. Then we have to come little bit close to the camera and we have to force that particular message. So this is one of the way that I'm thinking just right now. Purva can add something on that.
Yes, yes, very right, very right. You have to come close and say it in a more subtle and in a low voice so that it looks powerful.
But
Yes.
when we have to ask any question or we have to give any message, then we should come close because I am attending these meetings, physical ones, in our club. So what we are doing right now, that whenever we have to ask any questions or we have to conclude our story with some message, then we come close to the audience. So these things we are learning, that how to have maximum usage of your stage. So it is not just like standing, but when you're asking, come close to the audience. And when you're asking questions, go deeper into the audience segment.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we'll consider that in our next speeches. And now let's move to the third participant, Ashutosh, and you will be evaluated by Munish. Let me give you the topic. Okay. The logic of loving yourself. The logic of loving yourself.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So the logic of loving yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, this is my first table topics session.
Yes, yes, take your time, no problem. What are your okay, we can go ahead with what are your personal thoughts about loving yourself? What does it mean to you?
Okay. I couldn't think of anything right now. Sorry.
Yes, I'll help you, no problem. Don't have to worry about anything. Everybody is very friendly here. And let me tell you, everyone, that Ashutosh is a newbie in our club, and yet he's trying so hard to, and just recently he has finished with his icebreaker speech, and it was so fantastic. So I believe in you, Ashutosh. I know you have it. And it's just that you're getting feared a lot right now. But trust me, it's very easy once you just say it. Just tell me that what love means to you. What love means to you.
Oh, wow. So no one can explain love as to it is different for everyone. For someone love can be love can be more logical, like I need you, you need me, so that's why we love each other and we need each other.
It could be for someone it could be more than the need, and it could be a personal connection they have. Yeah, the meaning of love can be different for everyone, and for me, love for me, I have been through different stages of love through my life. So love, I think for everyone the love changes over time. For like when we were little, we had our mother's love, and that's not the same love we have for our partner or someone. So love for every person is different. Like we also love our friends, yeah, but that love is different than what we have for our partner. So love changes according to the person we are thinking about. Yes,
Okay.
love changes according to the person, I think.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ashutosh. I appreciate that you gave it a try. That's very important to me. And the way you were actually thinking in a deep manner. You have a lot of things going on in your head, just that it was coming out a bit slowly. But you gave a very good try. I'm very proud of you. Keep
Thank
doing the same work. Yes, Munish, you can go ahead as well.
So Ashutosh, as your topic was that what love means to you. You gave very strong opinion and very strong points about love. It's not like uh, sometimes people like me speak for the sake of speaking, but everything you were speaking, it was coming from your heart, and it was like the the first line was very good. Like for some people, the love is the logic. I have never thought it in a way that love is also can be logical, because logic and love are they are opposite things. But you said that it can be logical also, that you need somebody and somebody needs you, and you also give the perspective that love has a different kind of importance for different people, and it also changes with the people with whom you love, or with whom you are like your friends and your mother, father, and anything. So you have covered many aspects uh, of the topic, and also like so in your speech you can have just added some conclusion, as you were
Hmm.
covering some points, so you could have made a conclusion or summary of the topic.
Yeah, sorry. So we have this policy that after 1 minute we mute the participants. Who, I mean, in evaluation we muted. So yes, so we have shared most of the feedbacks and we'll get it even in the next two rounds. So do not worry about it. Now let's move towards the next participant, Chintan. Today you have joined late, but I hope that it is clear what we are doing here in the session right now. And I'll give you the topic. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Just
Okay. So the question for you is why some of us don't have one true calling? Why some of us don't have one true calling? And Ashutosh will evaluate.
in order to assess why don't we have one true calling, first we need to understand what true calling really is. Everyone in the life would realize that they have the true calling, but there's no single soul without a true calling. Sometimes you realize later, sometimes you realize at a very early stage. You might have seen Mark Zuckerberg earning millions of dollars at very young age, but look at the founder of KFC. He has learned the true calling of his business or entrepreneurship at very late age. See an example of Obama. He retired at the age when Trump started his journey as a president. So that's always a true calling. Be patient, start listening to your intuition and heart. That will guide you. In the words of Steve Jobs, I want to say, quote unquote, trust your instinct, trust your intuition and heart, because they already know where you want to go in the future. True calling is a complex thing, and you should not worry about how you will get it. Rather, enjoy the life for the fullest, and you will realize the true calling when you are fully into yourself. You are fully connected with your soul and your heart. Because in order to get awareness of the true calling, first you need to get connected to your true self. And it's not that tough. Nowadays, there are people who makes that tough. That's you need to do this to listen to your inner voice and all that. That's a business where people are earning money out of it. Rather sit in solitude, have patience, just listen to your own voice, trust your instincts, and the life will design the right path for you, and you will have the true calling for your life, and sometimes multiple true callings. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Chintan, yes. Yes, Ashutosh, you can go ahead.
So, Chintan, you started very well I like that you gives examples of KFC owner and Facebook Meta owner right now. So yeah, I like that you gave examples, and also you added quotes from different people, which gave a completeness to your speech, and you concluded very well. Also, you were within time limits, so yeah, a good job. And I don't have any recommendations for you. Well done.
Thank you, Ashutosh. And I'll add few pointers here. Yes, you started off really well, Chintan. I know you're very good at abstract topics. Yet to suggest on, I mean, already Ashutosh has highlighted the good points, so I'll talk about improvements. That you give multiple stories about the KFC owner and then Obama. So since this is a TED-like talk, so the story should be powerful and it should have depth. So one story and its depth exploration maybe would have done the job well. And in the when I showed you the yellow card at that time, you started talking about a different perspective, that some are earning money out of this that, and you were talking about other things, so which you could have added in the early phase of your speech, but then you started on different track, so there you lost some time. So that could have been avoided. You had convinced, I mean, yes, the points you had said were already convincing, no need to drag it. So yes, and okay, yeah, that's all about the feedback. All right, yes, we are done with the first round. Now let's move to the second round, and we'll start with Chintan, and Amit will evaluate. Okay. Okay, yes. Your brain hallucinates your conscious reality. Your brain hallucinates your conscious reality. I wanted to save this for the last round, but I just could not help it. I just wanted to ask.
Let me ask you a question. That what do you mean by a brain? And have you ever wondered that there's a difference between brain and a mind? If you look at the deeper aspect of life and deeper aspect of your body, our body, each and every cell is comprised of memory cells, and it has its own mind. Every cell has its own mind, and what we call a brain, it has only one function, that to realize, recognize the patterns which it has already experienced in the past, make an interpretation for the present, and try to imagine for the future. And that's true that our brain hallucinates the conscious reality. But at the same time, if you focus on your mind, a deeper level of your brain, or I would say a deeper level of yourself, you will find that there's a lot to discover apart from conscious reality. There are many things which science cannot explain. There are multiple things which people just experience, and no words can explain or make the real essence out of it. Numerous researches have been done. And what if I ask you that does your brain really reflects the conscious reality or hallucinates it? I would say don't focus on that. Let the brain do its work. You focus on your mind. Focus your body tells to you. Our brain is there for the reason of memory, interpretation, and imagination. Don't give it so much focus. Nowadays, I am listening from spiritual people that you should be watching your thoughts. You should be careful about your thoughts. It's not possible. Logically, you cannot watch a thought. If I ask you, don't think about a monkey, you will still think about a monkey. Rather than focusing on those illusions, try to see the reality with the eyes of the mind. Over to you, Puru.
Yes, Amit, go ahead.
That was a very complex subject, I will say. And Chintan, you took it in a very right way. That if it would have been given to me, then I could have been completely perplexed how to deliver this talk. But nevertheless, you attempted very well. And if I have to go in a structured manner, then you started with a question, and that was a very empowering one. That what difference between mind and brain, and something like that. Well, that was very scientific one, and I don't have much knowledge about the brain, mind, and any complex issues. But one thing that if I have to give one suggestion to you, then once again a story was missing. You just because the subject was very scientific, so you just kept on uh, drilling down into that particular topic. But if you could have added your own personal story about why you think that the brain hallucinates the conscious reality, and it could have been a better one, and I could have understood this topic in a better way. But still, you had a great command over the subject, and you nailed it. Thank you.
Yes. And for me, I think I was expecting some good answer and you delivered much better. Much better. I loved the entire speech. I personally did not have any recommendation. What I wanted, you just delivered it more than that. So very good, Chintan. Now let's go ahead with Amit and you will be evaluated by Ashutosh. Okay. And the topic is don't call people out, call them in. Don't call people out, call them in.
Don't call people out, call them in. Okay. How many of you have ever embraced the power of the loved ones in your life? I know there are people who surround us, and we actually don't care about them. Sometimes it happens that we are so much bogged down in our own daily activities that we don't care who are they and how much they keep importance in our life. So we have to take care of these people by just embracing their love and affection, and we don't have to push them because they are not keeping much importance in our life. I still remember just a couple of days ago, I was working in my office, and what happened that one office assistant came to me and he asked for money. Well, I was not at all aware whether his demand was genuine or he was just in a habit of asking money, and because of that habit, he once again came to me. Well, I could have easily told that since you have not returned the money which you have taken just few months ago, and that money is still pending, and you have came here to once again for some money. But my inner voice told me that what if the reason he is giving is genuine? What if his reason was completely thorough? What if his reason was valid? And he was demanding the money because of some disease that his one of the kids are having some problem. I could have easily made him out, but I made him in my heart. Just I gave 500 rupees and said that use it purposely, we use it meticulously, and don't just be swayed away by your inveterate style of asking money. Because you are taking money, then you have to utilize it. So, my dear friends, sometimes it happens that we are in a habit of so much chaos and crisis that we go on a daily basis that we try to push aside the people and their need, because our logical mind is so much powerful that we just sometimes neglect the compassion and gratitude or the soft corner of our heart. Feel this and make people to let inside your life. Thank you.
Yes, Ashutosh, you can go ahead.
Yes, great speech, Amit. You started off very well with a question, which intrigued all the audience. How are you going to go ahead with from here now? And you gave a story which was a personal story. Yes, it was related to you, and I was constantly listening that how would you relate this to the topic given to you, because till the yellow light was on, there was nothing related to the topic. But you finished really well. You got the topic right in, and concluded very well. But just one recommendation is, if the personal story could have been a little shorter, with little details, you could have finished it in time and concluded on time. That's it. Great speech.
Yes, and I'll quickly add here that yes, Amit, you are over time by 5 seconds. You completed it in 2 minutes, 35 seconds. And I feel that the story is not authentic though. Yes, you made it up, right?
Yeah.
because because the way you just started it, you said something, then now you understood, now I have to cover it up, so then you added then details later on, so it, I as an audience realized that it was made up. So maybe what you can think, and one thing that I noticed, that you immediately start, Amit, take 15 seconds. There is no real need to hurry up always. Just take some seconds and bring that story already in your head, so that later on it does not seem fake to the other people. Yet uh, from the previous round you have improved considerably a lot, and even this topic was difficult to handle last
Actually,
time.
I was not understanding this topic for even after 5 seconds. Actually, I was not totally absorbed in that topic. People in, people out. After when I started speaking now, then I realized the actual meaning of this story. But
Yes.
before starting, I was still confused. What is the total exact meaning of this particular phrase? People in, people out. So after that, then I got absorbed. Okay,
Even
anyways.
this happens to me, Amit. Actually, I if I don't figure out the thing in the starting, but later on as I speak, I understand, okay, this is the way the person is expecting, and you got it right. You actually, even when I search this topic, it is about like some colleagues or some people do bad things to you in workplace, yet you allow them to come near you and you forgive them, and maybe you become their friend because you just understand them a lot. That is the topic, I mean, that is the description was given about that topic, so you handle it well and you eventually understood it, so all is well that ends well. So I'm proud of you. And just keep you know uh, time management is the room of improvement, and that you will do finally, I know. So all in all, a great job. Yes. All
I
right,
want to
now.
say a quick comment to Amit because I've seen
Yeah,
him over a period of time. The
yeah,
only
sure,
thing,
sure.
Amit, I want to say, you are so much focused on your delivery part and voice part,
Uh-huh.
you know, that how you sound and how your delivery is. So don't focus on too much, just express yourself rather than, trying to impress by your vocal variety and, speech delivery kind of thing. So that's only an authentic suggestion. It's up to you. Thank you.
Oh, so thank you, Chintan.
Yes, Chintan, you got it very well. I had noticed it, but I just forgot to put it out. But yes, okay. Now we'll go ahead with Ashutosh. Okay, I guess. Okay, and Munish will evaluate. Okay, and the topic for you is, what should I give? Yeah, there are so many topics. The power of asking help. The power of asking help.
So one day at the office, I was given a new task, and I searched for it. I searched for it online. I tried getting the solution on my own, and I was determined to get the solution on my own. I took all the online help. It was I was way past over the office time, but I was still sitting there, and I thought, no, I will get this solution, and I'm not leaving till I get the solution on my own. I got to the half of the problem, but I couldn't figure it out totally, and I wasted my whole day on that one topic, on that one job. And when the next day I came back to the office, I my senior asked me that is the job completed, and I said I'm working on it. So he said, okay, let's meet after the lunch break and try to complete it at that time. I said okay, and then I also skipped my lunch that day, because I was totally determined that I have to get this topic right. I have to get this job done on my own. But I couldn't finish it even after lunch break. He came to me, he saw what I was doing, and he just gave me one simple command, and the whole thing was done in 5 seconds. And I was like, oh man, why didn't I ask? And he was always asking me that can you if you need any help, just ask. If you need any help, just ask. And I was like, no, I will figure it out on my own. So that was the day I realized the power of asking help. I thought it was so simple that if I could just say that, no, I'm not able to get it on my own, could you please help me? But I couldn't, my ego came in between, and I couldn't ask for the help. And yeah, that day I realized that asking help is not belittling ourselves, but accepting that we don't know everything, and asking help elevates our knowledge. That's it. Thank you. Over to you, Munish.
Great, Ashutosh. Yes, Manish, go ahead. Manish, we can't hear you. Hello?
Am I audible?
Now you're audible.
Okay. So Ashutosh, you started with a personal story, and as per the TED Talk theme, the personal story is very important, and it was to the topic. According to the topic, also it was very relatable that your personal story that you said, and you also then moved to that. What is the effect of that personal story? That how you uh, learn from that personal story, that what will what like how it will impact you if you will ask help from the people, right? So it was a good speech, but my personal recommendation is that according to the theme of the day, the TED Talk theme, there are some things that it should have an opening that can engage the audience. You started with a personal story, but before personal story, you can have some points that what you are going to talk about, or what there could be some opening of that. If you could have some good opening with that, then I think the speech would be more impactful. Otherwise, it was okay, I think. Or Poorva can.
Yes. Yes, for me, I believe Ashutosh, you took almost 20 seconds to think about it, but I really appreciate that at the end you came up with the really powerful messages and good points. So that is the patience, one should really show. It's very difficult. You came here with, I mean, so much nervousness, but I'm really proud of what you have given in the second round itself. Really keep up with your bravery. I mean, it is really difficult, okay? It is really difficult to speak like this when you are a total newbie. So I appreciate it. No recommendations from my side as of
Thank
now.
you.
Purva, I have one thing to share, and it's up to you. Let's say one speaker is speaking and one evaluator will evaluate. So, can you think just why not to engage two other speakers for some other purpose, like one will be grammarian or one will be a counter. So it's just a suggestion. It's up to you. Let's say there will be complete involvement of everyone and to make better of and the best of this the entire session. So it's your session. So you can take a call. I'm just
It will take time. I think it will take
it will take
time,
little more. It
and
will
we don't
take
have
little.
much time for that. Like, I think the grammarian part, and if the motive of this topics are
Yeah.
like to learn about the topics or about the way we can, maybe it is my
Yeah, that's
opinion.
also fun. That's my just idea came to me, so I just
Yes,
said it.
No,
actually,
it's
it's
just a
the
good.
second round, but it's already 9:45, so you
No,
can
no.
imagine that
Yes,
it's
yes,
a
yes.
that the table topics take really long time. So
Right.
maybe in new sessions, a new initiative I come up with, there I'll add this thing. But thanks for sharing that, Amit.
Yeah.
Yes, and now, okay, Munish will speak and Chintan will evaluate. Okay, what does anger really tells you? What does anger really tells you?
Our body is made of two kind of things that we experience all the time in our with a conscious mind, and that is our thoughts and our feelings. When we focus on our thoughts and our feelings, we come to know that what is happening with us, what is happening inside our body, what is, because what is happening outside our body, it is having an impact on our mind and our thoughts, and our body. So these things reflect that what kind of things are happening outside, that the thing may not be what it is actually it is, but what we are feeling is what we are taking inside our body. So the one important aspect of that feeling is also anger. When we become angry, we think that what is happening outside the body is not according to what we are expecting. And when these kinds of things happen, our mind forces us to have some bad feelings, and it turns to anger, and that angers also put stress on the body. So it happened with me one day. My father was not listening to me because I want to do some kind of a business, and he didn't supported me. So what I did, I left home and went to a friend's place, and I spent there for 4 or 5 days. I was so much angry that I didn't talk to him. But after that, when I came back, he supported me, and when I did that work, it was all wrong, and I faced some losses. So that at time I realized that I was thinking that I can do so many things, and under the and I got angry that they are not supporting me. But due to that anger, I have faced the losses, and I learned that whatever is that, you should think with patience, and you should also see the perspective of the other things, that what the things is happening. It can be, it may not be your with your expectations, but the things you that is happening, it may be for your good. Over to you, Purva.
Yes, Chintan, please go ahead.
So, Munish, you really have great thoughts, but in this particular topic, I think you lost the control of your thoughts and you lost the control of articulation of your thoughts. As an audience, if you were a speaker or a TED speaker, then even in the opening and body, till body or write down the body, till your conclusion, I was completely baffled that what you are speaking, because there were many things you were going to and fro. I suggest you to just like we make our speech, I just want to say that You can imagine your thoughts at prayer, but when you speak each word which is powerful, concise your sentences. So you don't need to go back and fro. Other than that, you have great thoughts. At the end, I realized what you wanted to say, but in the first half, I think I could not able to connect you properly. That's the only suggestion. Purva, over to you.
Okay. Yes. Yes, thank you so much, Chintan. Now let's proceed with the final round. And now who will speak first is Munish again, and you will be evaluated by Amit. Okay. Everything happens for a reason, and other lies you have loved. Everything
Everything happens.
for a reason, and other lies that you have loved.
Other lies that
you have loved, which it means, so I'll explain you quickly. So this is a lie. Everything happens for a reason, and maybe there are such more, such statements that you might have heard, that although you might think that it may be true, but they are not actually true. They are just lies.
no other lies that you have loved.
Yes, lie. Something like you have heard something, that this is also a statement, right? Everything happens for a reason. We have heard it a lot.
It is
But
okay. Like
yes, we think that it is true, but it is not, and it is a lie. But we still love it. It is a lie that we love. Similarly, there are many such lies that you might love.
okay. And there are some. Can you please repeat the topic last time? Now I think I understood. Everything happens for a reason, and there are lies that you love.
No, and there are many such lies, like everything happens for a reason, that you might love. So, what are those lies?
Okay. Purva, can you change the topic? I think I'm not getting the second point of the topic.
Okay, just speak on this topic, that everything happens for a
For a reason. Like it's okay.
and it is a lie. And it is a lie.
It is a lie.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Whole my life, my parents used to say me that everything happens for a reason. They send me school and they push me to study hard. When I ask that why I need to study so much hard and all these things, they always think that there is a reason, and you will come to know when you grow up. Then after some after my school, I went to college. There are so many subjects in my engineering that I couldn't even understand them. I asked my teachers that why we need to study these kind of subjects, which I cannot remember for even 5 minutes. And they said there is a reason, and you will come to understand. So it happened again that after my college, I got a job. I have studied a different field, but I got a job in different field. So in that also I undergo a training. I couldn't understand that how this training will help me to do my work. But they say me that it is for a reason, and you will understand. After my job, I decided that I will not do a job. I started my business. In my business, there was nothing I had used in my previous life. My whole life, like my studies, my training, and everything was gone at that point of time. And only thing that was standing before me, that I have to earn money and show to my parents that I am getting some amount, cash amount in my bank account. That day I understand that the only cash amount you are getting is important in your life, and that is the main reason. That should be the main reason of your life. Because whatever is happening in your life, there can be a reason or cannot be a reason, but it doesn't matter. The only thing that matter that what you get in the end. So I have experienced many times that we do things that we don't know, and we think that there will be reason, but there is no reason, and in the end that it is that we are all in a system that we are telling people, do this and do this and you will get this. And many times we don't get anything. So please don't believe and believe your heart. Over to you, Poorva.
Yes, thank you, Manish. Amit, please go ahead.
Yes, Toastmaster Muniz. The story was, I will say, it was captivating because you had the real stories and you brought it at the right time. Though it was a bit a scattered one, three stories, but the central theme was one that everything happens for a reason, and you reinforced it with three sub stories. So that was the thing. If I have to give one, I will say I have two area of opportunities and you can challenge yourself. Once again, the same eye contact when you are bringing the thought process, you are looking right. So that was my same. I will repeat the same feedback for you. Just when you're thinking, again, you can look at the lens and just connect with your audience that you are thinking, because we all are human beings and we will take time, but still maintain the eye contact. And second, if we have to go to the back technique, then you have to start with the question. So question was missing. Else, I loved your speech.
Yes, and I laughed a lot for the entire speech duration. Pura 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, so good try. Actually, when people use humor, you can remember their story very well, more than
Yeah.
other speeches. So this one was nice. Good try. Now Amit will speak and Munish will evaluate. Okay. Okay. Why we need strangeness? Why we need strangeness?
What if you are 100% satisfied in your life? What if you are immensely contented? And then do you think you will push your limitations, imaginations, and expectations? Absolutely not. So a sense of void is absolutely quintessential, absolutely required in order to do something new in our life. Just now, take the example of this impromptu session. When we are filled with extreme happiness that yes, I nailed that particular topic and I don't require any kind of improvement. Will you do that? Absolutely not. So a sense of improvement, an area of improvement, a strangeness that, oh my God, last time two times I just exceeded my time limit. Now this time I have to concise my thought process and I have to start my story a bit early so that I can finish it before yellow card. Now green card is flashing. Now I have this thought process that I have to sum up before yellow. So this kind of strangeness that you must have in order to just bounce back with more enthusiasm, with more creativity, with more positivity. And I believe that if you can fill those strangeness with your hard work and dedications, and more importantly, the mindfulness that is very much required, that what exactly you failed in the past two, three sessions, and you have to come up with more positivity, with more right attitude, then definitely life will be much easy and you will be on the path of self-improvement on daily basis, and it will be a journey and odyssey for you eternally. With this, I want to say that strangeness, don't embrace it as if it is a bad thing for you or it is an awful thing for you. Embrace it as if it's a part of life, and take it on a positive note and move ahead with a lot of captivating smile on your face. Thank you.
Yes, Manish, go ahead.
Firstly, I want to say that I didn't get the meaning of the topic. Like, what is the meaning of the topic? Is like, is strangeness or is
A, strange,
strangeness?
a strangeness.
Strange.
S
Strange. Yes,
Strange.
yes, yes.
Strangeness. That was a bit difficult. A strangeness, voidness, that voidness that you have in your life.
No,
Why do
actually, Amit, that is not the topic. Strangeness means the weirdness that people have in themselves, a bit of madness they carry in themselves.
Yeah,
That
I was
was
also
the.
thinking that this is the topic that Amit thought, and the topic was
No,
like,
Amit took it something different. I'll come to
yeah.
it later on. But till first, Amit, sorry, Munish, go ahead with the evaluation.
So, okay. So, Amit, according to your perspective, whatever you thought, so you talked about the very thing that we can understand, like the impromptu speeches, that how we like what is important and how like why we should come out positive and we should improve ourselves. And so you were going, actually the topic was very difficult and you were going with a very good flow and confidence. Your confidence was so high that I was thinking that what is the meaning that I didn't get. So but it was uh, a good thing that you still have that confidence that you can speak on those things, no matter what was said or not. And because it happened with me, the last topic I didn't get it, but I was asking again and again what is the meaning of something, right? So in the topic, I think you could have gone with some personal story, like as per the theme. If you could have or you could have you could have added some humor. Humor or personal story can make your.
Sorry, Manish. And now I'll go ahead with what I thought about it. Amit, yes, you know how to handle the topic, but you got the idea wrong. And I felt because the strangeness, I personally feel that making mistakes in table topics and getting recommendation, that is not a strange thing as such. And I don't think it is strangeness. I was expecting that the weirdness in general humans have about themselves. We keep on doing strange things, right? We keep on doing those illogical things. And I was thinking that you will talk about that how we should embrace that inherent madness within us. So the topic was more focused about that.
Okay.
And
Strangely, I took it in terms of voidism that we have in our life. Sometimes it happens. Uh, but the strangeness,
but
okay.
the still but the example that you gave was about the meeting right now. So there I did not feel that the voidness that you thought of and the mistake that you made in the table topics was connected, I felt. But all in all, it was a good try. To just sum it up in one word, don't take it too seriously. Don't take it seriously. Just take it as if it was madness. You went into nirvana, void, this, that.
No,
And
no, Purva. Actually, the problem is that the point was not clear. That what is the meaning of strangeness?
no,
I
I
was
thought that
thinking
you
again
will
and
take it strangeness means madness itself. It's strange, right? Strange,
I
weird.
understand the word also. I also understand the word, but I couldn't get this. What is the meaning of the topic? That where is the topic you want to us to take, or so I thought
So
that Amit got it, and he's saying the things that
I guess
that.
it's always maybe I need to give a bit more explanation on what I would expect sometimes.
Actually, this word
It
has different meanings. Context, it's a contextual thing.
context.
Context thing. So for voids, sometimes we feel that the sentence goes like, we have a strange voids in our lives. So strange voids. So I connected in that pattern. You use the word in some different context. Means you were thinking in or you brought a topic from that particular thing, means craziness type of meaning. But I didn't pick up. I just picked up in some different forms. Okay, no worries. It's just a part of learning.
Yes. Okay, but you have tried it well. So, and good job that you managed managed the time well. You completed in 2 minutes, 5 seconds. So, finally, you were able to save yourself. Yes. And now we'll go ahead with Chintan and Ashutosh will evaluate. Okay. What really matters in the end of the life, although it is not your end now.
There are only two questions which people are mostly baffled. And there are people who have spent their lifetime to get answer to this two questions. First, who am I? Second, what's at the end of the life? I want to say why to worry about who am I and what's the end of life. Rather, you live between your birth and the end of your life. Because what you have, it's the middle path. That's the place you need to focus, not how you came or why you came here, or not where you will go or why you will go. Just enjoy the process. As it is beautifully said, that life is not about the destination, but it's about the journey. And even our literature, ancient literature used to say that don't focus at the outcome of the thing, rather be attached to the process. So don't worry where you will go at the end of the life, because no one has seen that thing, right? Have you ever seen a person who has gone through that phase and came back to us and enlighten us with that? No, it's not possible. It's very nature of life. And what we want to decode, we want to decode everything we don't understand. Don't complicate life. Just understand what is really necessary. Don't focus on the Mars or having a life on the Mars right now, because anyway in near future we are not going there. Focus how we can make our life beautiful on the earth. That is most important, because if we don't focus on that, I think we might not land on Mars, and we will not have enough beauty on the earth to live. And what we are going to pass on to next generation, they'll not think what's the end of the life. They will feel that whatever we have given to them would be the end of the life, that we would make their life hell. So focus on the present, be in the moment, enjoy the now, and don't worry what will happen in the end, because it's an inevitable. It will happen no matter how much you worry or how much you get confused over it. Over to you.
Thank you, Chintan. Yes, Ashutosh, go ahead.
Great speech, Chintan. Yes. I this time you didn't start with a question. Yeah, and there were quotes in your speech. I like that, and you concluded the topic really well. Yes, you always have some conclusion for the whole speech. Yes, that's a good thing. Yes, no recommendations.
Thank you, Ashutosh. And even I liked whatever Chintan said. I was very, I was listening very with great concentration. I was just looking down and just closing my eyes for a moment and just listening to whatever he was saying. So, but it was a very good, powerful, and gripping. Although it did not have a story as such, but still the questions that in between that you asked and the realizations you made, so you handled the topic pretty well. All the topics that I gave to you today, all of them were difficult, but you really handled it because I guess you just like talking about it a lot.
And
So,
Purva, just a quick comment that such topics of profound wisdom, you need to take it to the next level. That a personal story would not be a personal story of mine, but it's a collective story of a humankind. You know, we all are part of a universe, kind of a person, one itself. So I take from that perspective that what we really are as a person, and that personal story I say, not a person as me as an individual. And really, I enjoyed this session because it kind of theme what I really love from the heart. Over to you.
yes. Okay, thanks, Chintan, for adding that. Now I will go ahead to the final participant of the final round, Ashutosh, and you will be evaluated by T and Chintan. And your topic is the magic of adaptability. The magic of adaptability.
what if you are expert in one field and you are told to do some different job? Think about that. Yeah, what if you are a cricketer and suddenly you find yourself on a football field surrounded by thousands of fans? You have to perform there. You have to adapt. There's no turning back now. There are thousands of spectators come there to watch you. You have to perform. If you're not adaptable, like when you were practicing for cricket, you never took a ball in, you never shot a ball, means with your foot, like you never played football because you were too focused on cricket. uh, you so you didn't adapt yourself. Now you are stuck between thousands of spectators and you have no way out. That would be a big everyone will think, yeah, the people know already that you are not a footballer, you are a cricketer, but still they expect something from you. They still expect that you should at least kick a ball, and you have to be adaptable to those things. Adaptability is a great skill to have. You don't have to be an expert in everything, but at least you should know a basic of a lot of things. There's a saying that a, ma- a master of mm, oh shit, I forgot the saying, sorry. A master of many is a master of none, something like that. Oh shit, I forgot it. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Yes, thank you, Ashutosh. Before Chandan
Could
starts,
someone please tell me the saying?
a jack of all trades
A
and
jack
master of
of all
none.
trades, yes, is a
But
master
that
of
is
none.
contradictory to what you wanted to tell, right? It's contradictory.
No, there's one more line at the end. A jack of all trades is a master of none. But there's one more line I had it. I just I forgot the whole saying. Yeah,
Me too.
but it would have related to what I was saying.
Is that line master of all trades, jack of none, something like that, vice
No, no.
versa? But
I'll
no problem, but I really like the way you ended. Okay, you are not that tense. Okay, ki are blunder ho gaya, wawa. Okay, okay. Even if it happened, I'm happy and I'm not at all tense and chilled. That's a good way to end. Yes. Yes, Chintan, please go ahead.
So, Ashutosh, first I have to confess that I have watched your Icebreaker, and you are a powerful speaker, so don't worry about that. Talking about your speech, you really asked powerful questions with what if, and you somewhere lost your momentum in the body, right? I want to suggest two things. When you do not recall the proper saying, just say as it is said famously and say the interpretation of the saying. Anyways, you are not saying it by yourself, you are giving the credit to who has said it, and you are giving the interpretation which would be universally accepted. Second thing, any speech, a TED talk, a Toastmaster speech, a story or a movie, anything, it has three main components: opening, body, conclusion, right? Just think in your mind that what would be my opening, body, and conclusion. Start practicing, and you will be a great speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for completing within 1 minute. And that's it. We are done for the session. Thank you so much, guys, for staying till the end. Now let's take the group photo. Yes, I request everyone to please turn on their videos. Okay, Munish hasn't turned it on yet. Yes. Please adjust your camera. Yes. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Puru, I want to give a topic and then we will ask feedback as you always do.
Yes.
So for you, the topic is the law of attraction is truth.
The law of attraction is truth.
I can simplify if you want to.
What simplification would you like to do?
Means if you have a doubt about the topic, I can give a simplified version of it.
Acha, and you will time my speech, right?
Yeah. So in simple words, whatever you can conceive, a human mind can conceive, can achieve in real life. So that kind of thing.
Hey, have you heard about that law of attraction? Law of attraction? Yeah, I have heard about it. And they say that it's really true. Is it? Is that really true? That day I just prayed that maybe, God, can I just get 50 out of 50 in that maths exam? And you know what? I ended up getting just 30 marks. Oh, really? Maybe it does not work then. Oh my God. This was the conversation that I had with my friend 10 years back when I gave that maths exam. And I had just heard about the law of attraction. And I thought, now, yeah, this does not work really. But then suddenly later on, my friend said that, hey, just can you tell me? She was an avid fan of this law of attraction. And she explained me that, can you just tell me what all things did you do when you prayed that, can I get those 50 on 50 marks? What was the thought going on in your head? And I said that I was actually doubtful about whether I would get it or not. I wanted it, but my mind kept saying, you are not going to get it. Have you studied? You have not studied for it, right? And then she said, when there is a conflict, there is no chance that you're going to get it, because on one side there is a positive energy that is wanting that goal, and the other side there is this negative energy which is pulling out that positive energy, and the net balance is just zero. So you go nowhere, you just stay there, and that is why it is not working out. And then I just thought, oh, is that the problem? And later on I kept trying, and I thought, okay, let me try and let me keep that positive mindset. And I really believed in myself. And once I had this very much strong attention and strong conviction that I'm going to do it, nothing and no one could stop me from achieving my goal. Now, although I did not end up being a topper in my next maths exam, but I was the second topper that exam. And I really did believe that somewhere sometimes it's just conviction. So until and unless the conviction is on the right place, law of attraction might not work. But it does not mean that it is not true. It's always true, because you need to have that conviction at the end of the day. Thank you. Yes. Yes, you can go ahead. Whoever wants to evaluate.
So I think I'll go first. Puru, again, you took the topic very well. You explained the concept very well. You given your personal example, but somehow you could not able to connect to the audience because it was your entire speech was lying on your one personal example. As I said yesterday, that move out from yourself, see the larger picture, connect with the audience, have a universal approach. A personal example is a good thing, very good thing, but it's a double-edged sword. If you stretch it for too long, people will feel that it's only about you. So give the person that it's about them, not about you. And you just weave a story around them. In between, you put your personal example to make it more powerful. Otherwise, you are crystal clear about your thoughts, and the person who understands you, there would be audience members who would understand. But at a larger picture, there would be a miss by few points. So that's what my opinion is. Might Ashutosh have something to say?
No, I don't have any recommendations, but I really like the voice modulation, and that you started with a question. I was to and through your speech. I was listening to every word. Yes, I was engaged the whole speech. Good work.
Yes. Okay. One thing I would like to ask, Chintan, that I mean, so how to involve the larger audience in that speech? Because I really did not grasp it. That how could I add it? Maybe a general message. Because at the end, I gave that one message that conviction is important, and which is true for everybody. So I'm not again obsessing about what I thought about it. I felt that it could connect the larger audience through what, see, again, the world is made up of individuals, and within individual, the whole world exists. You might have heard this in I mean, in the Krishna series, that when the Krishna eats that mud, and when Yashoda, opens the mouth of Krishna, the entire world exists in that person. So what I want to convey, that a personal story or a personal, what I can say, I just don't have the word for it.
Anecdote.
No, the personal observation, my personal observation it might be the case that it is very deep and it relates to everybody. It is not like that it's just pointed towards a specific person. It comes from a universal experience, because everybody has the same set of emotions, just in varying degrees, right? Sometimes some person has more anger, some person has less love, and this, but emotion is, everybody has the same emotion at the end of the day. So from that, I had concluded this can relate to everybody. I don't know, I'm going off topic, but I have many thoughts about this. So I just felt that it was relatable to the audience.
Okay, okay. Somehow it was not connected to me, and I share my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Munish and Amit can finally comment on this so that we can resolve the debate.
If I had to say, then I was totally engrossed in your speech, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I was totally I connected. I was totally in sync with what you were saying. So for me, I was totally in line what you were saying. So I didn't find anything that was offbeat or anything is strange for me. So what Chinta was saying, that if I will also think about that, how from personal story, how I can connect to the larger picture or larger perspective. But till now, what I have learned through my own personal experience journey, that table topic is not a speech. It's just like your personal opinion or experience, and how do you connect with the things. So if we can escalate our thought process to that particular dimension where we can connect it to the larger audience, then it would be of next stage. But till now, I have learned only these things, and for me, I was totally absorbing what Purva was delivering. So maybe Chintan, if you could add something next day or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, then we can understand your point in a better way.
Yes, thank you, Amit. Yes, Munish, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I was doing something else, but I'm there. Okay, so I heard your speech, and I personally feel that a personal story with one point is more important than, because if we are given a topic and there can be a book there can be a book written on that topic. We cannot cover that book in that 2 minute speech or 5 minute speech. I have heard many speakers and I have seen that they talk about one thing only. There can be some improvement about that one point you are talking maybe, but if I'm talking about the particular story that you are telling, like the personal story, so that one story can also give the meaning, or can give the message to the audience. And one message, if somebody is taking one message home, then I think your work is done. Like what I feel, it's my personal opinion, that a person should take one message at least. And I am a fan of personal stories. I always try to make personal stories, and I try to come up with some personal stories. And I also don't have universal thinking, that Chintan has very good universal thinking. He can go to Mars and space in a minute and come back. But if I do that, then I stay in the Mars only. Then I will not come back.
I give the recommendation because it was a TED Talk kind of a speech, but still, Poorva, I think I have shared with you. Just I'll take a couple of seconds. The day before, I think last month I was in the session with world champion Mohammad Khatani. He was in Dubai for one Toastmasters club, and he said to me one thing about evaluation, that no matter a world champion gives you an evaluation, it doesn't resonate with your heart, just throw it into the garbage. So what I said to you, it's my personal opinion. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it seriously. That's
No,
what I
I'm not
want to say.
taking it
No, I
seriously.
want to say.
No, I'm saying it out loud because I felt initially my thinking was like I was rejected by so many evaluators because I have a different set of mind, and everyone has different set of mind. So evaluation is good, feedback is good, but take only the points which really resonate with you. Otherwise, you will end up by getting so many inputs that you will forget what to speak and what not to speak.
This is true, but that is also a necessary process to actually come to a conclusion that what works and what doesn't. And there is nothing like the right thing, wrong thing, and depending on the situation, we have to take the decision.
And because you took the theme, I found a book I had in my cupboard.
Yeah, I have the same book. I took that theme from there only. Actually, we got this gift from our club. The past president
It's
gave
been
us.
long pending for me to read, and I think because of this theme, I'll read. Thank you.
So how is the book, Poorva? I think you have read this book.
Yes, it talks about many different perspectives. There are like 4 to 5 types of speakers who ignite your passion, speakers who educate, and like that. But the crux of the thing is personal story. Really, it's always the personal story, and everybody has. And he just through different method, he just highlights how there are different ways to reach to that core story of ours. So that is what I basically got from that book, different ways of getting into that one thing that motivates us or ignites our passion. Maybe that's the takeaway I would give from that book.
I think there are different kind of audience. Like there is audience who is maybe expert in that theme that you are talking about. So he will he they that kind of people expect more. Like for example, Chintan gave you a topic, and Chintan is maybe expert or he have more knowledge about that field. So he will expect more that you should cover
Yes.
all the things. And there can be of people like me who don't know anything, and they just want to listen to the story, and maybe one small message is enough for people like me. So I think maybe that also changes to audience also what you are speaking.
Yes. True. Yes.
Yes, Manish, I agree with you. I think I realized that, it depends on person to person. And Poorva, based on that, I can say that you took an example of your exam. Maybe you could have taken an example which was, more universal or more profound based on your theme of wisdom. Yeah. That's the only suggestion I have because I take my words back, whatever I said earlier. Thanks, Manish, for that.
So you no need to
Don't
take
have
the
to
word
take
back.
words back. I mean,
It's
Yeah.
not to take back. See, you have said you whatever you have learned, and that is thing. So no need to chew it back. You said, and we just want to say that we don't have that kind of elevation, that kind of mindset to connect with the universe and the thing. So till now we have learned that just table topic is all about sharing your one story, share your experience, reinforce the central theme with one story, and that's all. Because it is not a speech. It is not a speech there so that we
But
can.
I can say,
Yeah.
yes. But I can say that you can do the Chintan, you can do these things very well. In your, I think, first or second speech, I don't know what it was about, but it was a great speech, like that way you took the topic and you talk about the universal thing without any personal story. Only you can do that because
yes.
if I try this, I tried this actually, and you 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 said that I was baffled and I couldn't understand anything. So in the third topic, I came back to the but
I got what Munish. Oh my god. Yes,
Okay,
anyway,
then
but you gave it a try. That's important. Although it was miserable, it ended up miserable. It's okay. It's okay.
right.
All right,
Or
guys. So thank
yes.
you for joining today's session. And also, I would like to take. Oh, I forgot about the feedback. We were just talking about this. Sorry. Yes, let's start the feedback. Anybody who would like to go first, please go ahead.
So I will go first, and I said that it was again that I enjoyed and I learned a lot. And I will just say that thank you and kudos to you for your efforts. That because the topics you are choosing, it's not easy that you can sit for 2 minutes or 5 minutes and you can come up with these kinds of topic, and it shows that you are spending great deal of time on this. And although you are spending time and we are learning, and so we are thankful to you for that. That is my feedback.
Well, okay, I'll not be boastful about my thing, but actually, I just took 5 minutes to decide the topic today and come up with that technique. So, yes, I did it fast today. Yes, okay, others can go ahead.
First of all, thanks for choosing a theme, because in previous theme I was miserable. Politician and army chief and something. I could not able to do that, because this is the theme which I can speak. And thanks for choosing a theme which is close to my heart. It was a wonderful thing, and I would go and watch my speech again, because your topics were so profound that you went full throttle on the wisdom. You asked first that our conscious mind always hallucinates the conscious reality. That was such a deep topic, and I could not able to think that I'll speak such way. So thanks for letting us speak and express ourselves. I have a suggestion for you, because these were very profound and very pulse of wisdom, if I would like to say. So you could have simplified the topics, because I see members were having tough time to decode the message in very few words. So you could have said, rather than strangers, you wanted to say about madness or weirdness. You could have said it's okay to go against the flow, or it's okay to be abnormal, or something like that. Whatever you want to say in very simpler way. So it's up to the speaker how they decode it, rather than giving a word. And it's difficult, really difficult for the person who has never looked at the topics in this way. It was a feeling like I was given a topic of army chief or news media. So just simplify the topics and it would be better for all. And I think all the members have the capability and wisdom to share, but if the topic is such that they cannot decode, it would be difficult to deliver that. That's the only suggestion. Otherwise, again, wonderful topic and amazing to listen all of you, especially Ashutosh. Kudos to you. Over to you, Poorva.
Thank you so much, Chintan. Yeah, I decided the topic deliberately like that because I wanted to challenge everybody. Now it's the 10th session, guys. Now again, I have 10 or 20 sessions planned. So every day I'm just going to increase the challenge level now. So it will eventually help you in the TT contest, and then you will come and thank me later. So right now I'm preparing
Poorva,
the
we are already thanking you every day. So
yes, yes.
yeah.
So
And
Chintan, I just want to say that Chintan was talking the other day about the types of ways we can approach a topic. I think the narrow down approach or something he was talking. I think he was saying about this kind of approach.
so do we have a time, Poorva? Can I say for 2 minutes?
Maybe
Or?
Yes, I was going to actually interrupt Munish right now. I see Amit already yawning. He probably wants to sleep. So
So
let him
Manish,
give the
I think I'll
feedback.
connect with you offline.
some.
I'll give you a call or over WhatsApp. We can
No,
discuss, right?
Chintan,
Okay,
if
okay.
you want to share something, yeah, it's okay. Absolutely.
But
If you want to,
So
no,
he
means
also
I'm
has to
also,
get up in the
I,
morning. Let's Amit complete. Amit, please complete the feedback. And if you
okay,
want to
sure.
drop out, you can drop out because it's already
Uh,
10:34 now.
yes. Okay. I will say the topics were very challenging, and you just keep on throwing the challenges, because it is just for us only. Let's say strangeness, though I understood it in different way. So there will be some topics in competitions or in some context, in contest, that will not be truly understandable. Sometimes we have to decode it, and but thing is that we have to move on. We have to uh, we have to keep on speaking whatever you understood. So it's okay now, but for practice it's okay that you are coming with that kind of topic. You are taking in some different form topic. The TT master has come up with some different thought process. So it's okay. Means topics were very apt, and they were actually helping the neurons inside the brain to come up with new thoughts, new ideas. Topic is different, but you are speaking differently, and still you are moving. So great. I simply enjoyed the topic and the theme, and the TED like topic. I just saw it and I just entered it. So good, kudos, Purva, kudos to you.
Thank you so much, Amit, for that lovely feedback. Yes. And Ashutosh, finally, the new joinee of our session. How did you feel about the session today?
I really like the sessions, Purva. Means I don't know. My first speech, I was very nervous, like how to start, and how could I means engage the audience to listen to whatever I'm saying. But Chintan gave me really good pointers that I don't have to think what I have to means the whole speech, but just the what I will start in the opening, the body, and the conclusion. Means these are the things that I have heard many times about, but now when I actually give a impromptu speech, then I understand. Okay, I have to think about these things when I'm thinking or when I'm acting like I'm thinking. Yeah, I really like the topics, and it felt more like my engineering exams where everybody told me to don't think about the questions and just write whatever you know. and I could never do that. Yeah, I always thought that no, the question is about something, and how could I write anything else? But yeah, that's the way to success, I think.
Definitely, definitely. Yes.
Bullshit way to success. Yes. The saying the saying which I missed, it was a jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than the master of one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the whole saying actually, but everyone says it just the half one. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than the master of one.
Yes, this definitely sinks in with the topic that you have, when you were given. Yes.
Okay, great
Today you
session.
missed it, but maybe tomorrow, you'll remember, start remembering the quotes once you do it regularly. So do join regularly.
Sure, I'll make sure that I'll join every day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.